On Divorce Court today. His other baby was born 3 months before Nanita delivered Devin's child, but they helped each other survive a bad situation. Is avoiding disaster enough to build a marriage? Nanita Walker and Devin Pruitt have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court Before Your Vows starts now.
I'm here today on a Before Your Vows. Ms. Walker and Mr. Pruitt, you two. Now let me get this right. You have a child together already that's 1.
Yeah.
And you're pregnant again with his child, and you're 7 months along. You have 2 other children by other people.
Yes.
You have 2 other children.
Yes, ma'am.
One by another woman and one by her.
Yes, ma'am.
But the one by the other woman is only 3 months older or younger than the one you have with her.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you had 2 women pregnant at the same time.
Yes.
And at this point in time, Ms. Walker, for some crazy reason, you two thinking about getting married. And you've come here to get my opinion on that union. I gave you my compatibility test. We will talk about that. I have your marriage license. You've given me permission to tear it up if I think the marriage is ill-advised, or to give it back to you if I think you guys can take a running leap at this thing.
Okay.
I'm going to start out with Ms. Walker, though. Why don't you tell me why you want to marry him, but why you have concerns regarding that union?
Okay. I want to marry him because honestly, he's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good dad. He's been there with me through a whole lot of trials and tribulations, and he's a very good backbone and support. It's just, you know, as we was going through them trials and tribulations, I felt like the backbone that we had in our relationship, it started to linger away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he's showing me he wants to marry me, but then it's like he wants to also play the kiddie games and just...
How is he showing you that he wants to marry you? What's he doing or saying that makes you believe that's his end game?
He proposed to me first.
Okay.
And told me he wanted to get married, and, you know...
When did he propose?
Around when I was 6, 7 months pregnant with our daughter.
With the other one?
Yes.
Has he re-proposed since then?
No, we've had issues. He's brought up the word we'll get married someday, but he has not made another official proposal.
Okay.
But I proposed to him just to, you know...
Well, and when was that?
I proposed on our 2nd year anniversary last year.
And his response was?
He said yes. I proposed with a ring pop.
You gave him a ring pop?
He loved ring pops. It was his favorite sweet candy. And I was like, I don't have the money.
Did you take the ring pop?
This is said ring pop. And I feel if you're serious about marrying someone, you just don't give them a ring pop, even though they might say
They like
yes,
him.
yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I'm telling you right now, I'm in trouble. Now, Mr. Pruitt, when you said yes, ring pop notwithstanding, put it down.
Okay.
Did you mean yes, or did you say yes to keep it quiet?
I meant yes because of the simple fact I feel like, as she said, I can be her backbone, but at the same time, it's on both our ends where we have to coincide and cohabitate with each other.
Okay. Where do you see the problem in your relationship as it currently exists?
One, her cleaning habits has fell off. She used to want to wash dishes, wash clothes, and clean the house. She doesn't have that motivation to
do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So correct me. She's working, and you're not. And she's 7 months pregnant, and you're wondering why she doesn't keep the house as clean as she once did. Could you work that out for me?
I feel like, okay, yes, she does have a job. Okay, I take on maybe 35–40% of the cleaning, because she leaves bras, she leaves pantyhose everywhere. When she goes to the bathroom, to take a bath, the water jumps out. I feel like her personal hygiene has fell off a little. I've told her about this. She has fixed it a little, but it's still pretty bad. And I feel like she does not comb her hair like she should. She don't take care.
Comb her hair like she should.
She don't take personal hygiene the correct way.
So she doesn't pretty up herself enough.
Like
she doesn't clean enough.
Yeah.
When she gets off that job and she comes bringing that 7-month-old belly in there, and she doesn't just get her hair combed and look good for you while you sitting there with your unemployed self. This is your problem.
You said what now?
With your unemployed self.
Okay.
You expect her to hold down all of that. And what do you believe you bring to the table in this relationship?
I believe that I bring simply, like she said, her backbone. I support her in whatever decision she makes. And just because I don't work doesn't mean I'm not looking for jobs, but at the same time, it's on me to get to those jobs. And I haven't been able to get to those jobs.
So why you're not getting to the job? Why don't you just clean up the house? I mean, I don't understand that. Why isn't her good? Since you can't contribute economically, and I understand that, could happen to anybody, isn't it incumbent upon you to make yourself something other than a sperm donor?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes, ma'am.
So why isn't everything handled when she gets home? Why does she have to clean anything?
Because first, I think she's the woman of the house. And I feel just like she has a job, I should be able to go out and get a job. I don't expect her to work, especially while she's 7 months pregnant.
She is working. And you're not working. So while she's not working, while you're not working, wouldn't it behoove you as the man of the house to assist her in the household duties? Just because, well, you know, my genitalia won't allow me to vacuum. What is that?
Next, should video games, temper tantrums, and family squabbles send Devin to a timeout? Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Couples in crisis, real resolution. Divorce Court continues.
I'm going to move off that, Mr. Pruitt. I want to go to another concern you say that you have about Ms. Walker is you say that she doesn't stand up to her family when it comes to issues with respect to you. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain that to me?
Her family member does not think I'm the one for her, and I feel different because I feel like I've been with her for almost two years now, and she's looked at me as, like she said, her backbone, and I take big pride in that. And I think I should, as she said, step up, clean like she said, but at the same time, I think she should do the same because it's a 50-50 relationship.
Okay, I'll get excited again, and it's warm in here, so I'm just going to go to you. You say that he throws tantrums if he doesn't get his way. Why don't you explain that to me?
Okay, for example, I was nice enough to get him a game system for his first little housewarming gift. It was nice. I just was, you know, he said he wanted this, his first house. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out, give him the little gift he wants. Now, I didn't know after buying the game system and the little couple of games, every month he expects a brand new game. If he doesn't get it, I'll hear, oh my God, or he'll stomp his feet or he'll break up with me because he didn't get the game. Or let's say a cell phone, or I didn't go buy this electronic, or it's just, it doesn't matter. He'll throw a fit. He'll whine, he'll hang up the phone, he'll do all the stuff a 2-year-old does. He reminds me of my 2-year-old daughter.
Mr. Pruitt, do you care to respond to those allegations?
I feel that is wrong. Very
What's wrong? What's wrong?
The temper tantrum she says I throw.
Do you throw them?
I mean, sometimes I have an attitude, but as far as temper tantrums, no.
Yeah. When you say you have an attitude, what do you get an attitude about? Do you get an attitude about not enough games?
She says something, but it's like she won't do it after she says it.
Such as?
Okay, she says she'll clean the dishes. But an hour, 8 o'clock rolls around, it's still dishes in the sink and we gotta eat.
Mr. Pruitt, you keep stepping on the same landmine. You know it's going to explode. You know, she's pulling all the weight. She's paying all the bills, buying you your little game system. You should take care of the household duties while she's holding down the fort in all other ways, okay? You may not understand that. You may not believe that, but that's what that is. And we're not going to go tread over that territory again. I want to know, because here, listen, you filled out the compatibility test. And I asked you what were the 5 things that are wrong with you. And you said you're judgmental.
Yes.
You don't take the woman you want to be your wife's feelings into consideration. You said you were loud.
Yes.
And depressed.
Yes.
Now, I see loud. Don't necessarily see depressed, but that don't mean anything. You know, you were up here today. Why are you depressed?
I feel like she's not. She might say she does a lot, but she's lazy. And when she doesn't want to do something.
When Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues, are Devin's efforts to entertain their kids helping their family at all?
Nanita proposed to Devin with a candy ring. Do you think commitment can be real even when the symbol isn't? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues.
You know, I'm going to go to the compatibility test now because I see what we have here. You said these things about him that you didn't like. You said his attitude, the way he talks down to people, he's sensitive, arrogant, and not respectful. All of that speaks to one thing to me. He's frightened and scared people who don't have that self-esteem and believe, and he's not working, and he projects that elsewhere. So he has to talk down to other people because he already feels low. That's what those things consecutively mean to me. What do they mean to you?
I mean...
Do you feel respected? Let me ask you that.
No, I don't. I feel like he takes me for granted some days.
What does he do that's disrespectful?
For instance, I'll bring up the fact, like, I am 7 months pregnant. I feel like the least you can do if you've been sitting here all day playing a video game and not doing nothing else, you can at least go walk and get diapers or some groceries or something.
Does he never do that kind of thing?
I mean, every once in a while. But he'll sit there for like 30 or 40 minutes and yell at me about it.
Mr. Pruitt, let me ask you this. Do you ever look at her and say, wow, she's heavily pregnant, she just got home from work, I want to make her okay, I'm concerned about her well-being, let me take care of her a little bit? Does that ever cross your mind?
Yes.
Do you do anything about it?
Yeah, I've on my own time, I've taken our kids out to the pool.
On your own time?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. On my own time. When she's away, say she's away.
Right.
Me and the kids, we just in the house by ourselves.
Right.
I'm taking them either to the Hard Rock Cafe or the Hard Rock Hotel. And they have a swimming pool in the back.
On her money?
No, ma'am.
On your money?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have a job. What's that?
My family gives me money, so.
And so you take them out to eat into a place where they got a swimming pool. Mr. Pruitt, do you like her?
Yeah, I love her. I don't like her, I love her.
What do you love about her?
Her conversation, one. The will to keep people motivated. She has a lot of friends, and they come to her with every type of problem in the world. And she's like the therapist to them. And she's a therapist to me also. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to rely on somebody that ain't doing what they say they doing.
What ain't she doing?
First of which, she's not taking care of herself.
The woman is tired. She got a man at home on the couch playing video games. She's got 2 kids in the house and another one on the way. She's at work and she comes home and you haven't cleaned up anything. The woman is tired. That's why she's not doing more of what you think she needs to be doing. She's tired. Okay. She's got all kinds of kids to take care of, including you. The woman is tired.
Okay.
What do you want him for? I don't understand. I mean, what is, if the end game is making him a permanent fixture in your home, how do you see that as a good thing?
I mean, I do love him. It's just, he fell backwards. He had all the motivation in the world. We move on to something new, and it's like all his motivation that went out the window and pushed it all onto me to just make everything work.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
First of all, okay? Now I'm just gonna fuss. You gotta be a man when you start having children. You are not being a man. You're being a boy who wants his games, who wants his meals, who wants his room cleaned, and what you want to do is be a playmate to your children. She don't need that. That's not helpful. That makes you less than a man. And all that loud talking and disrespecting people, you know you're not a man. If you were a man, you would be able to mop a floor, but you're so low that the mop will level you all together. I don't even know the woman. If I went over her house and I saw all she was doing and pregnant, I'd get up and do the dishes. I'm not even in love with her. She's a human being. On that level alone, you care for people. You don't just suck and suck and suck and take and take and take and don't give anything back. It's not cool, it's not right, it's not manly. Now I'm all fuss at you. Number 1, control your fertility. I'm telling you, you lose all your leverage when you have children and you don't have an education and you can't afford it and the guys aren't there. You end up with this cat on the couch doing nothing. So cut that out. When you get a man, you sit him somewhere and then you watch him. And if he does good for 6 months, you get a little closer to him and you watch him some more. And then if he stays right for a while, you marry. Don't get pregnant, you marry him. But after you get him home and you marry him, you watch him. You see if he pays the bills. You see if he comes home. You see if he's going to be faithful. And then and only then do you share your gene pool with his gene pool. Because that's deep. I know you just want to get married. You want to give your kids a father and sit down somewhere. I get it. You just want to have a guy in the house. And this was, at the current time, this is what you came up with. Make sure he stays in your children's lives. Make sure he pays child support. Be friends with him. That's fine. Have him come over and do a thing or two. But don't marry him because you're tying yourself to a sinking ship. And, who wants to go down, right? Move forward, move on, and you be a better person. This matter is adjourned.
Nanita has taken the judge's ruling to heart. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.